What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy back to you with another video. And today, bro, we have we're going deeper. Well, I am. I'm gonna tell y'all, but basically, if you haven't already seen the movie or you never heard of it, there's this movie that recently came out by Zoe Kravitz herself, which is Catwoman in the Batman 2022, or the actress in there. She came out or directed this movie called Blink Twice, and dude, if you haven't seen it, go see it, bro. Go see it. But just so you know, it's really dark. Like, it really has some strong like scenes. I'm talking like strong, like, I know people be like, bro, some movies are really dark, this and that. Nah, this movie, it even had me shocked, bro. It's like really messed up. It's like psychologically like really, really messed up, bro. Like, it's crazy. But yeah, so basically I'm gonna be diving into like the hidden meaning or like, yeah, the hidden meaning or the deeper meaning behind what happened in the movie. So yes, it's gonna literally spoil like pretty much the whole movie what I'm about to talk about. So this is really for the people that already seen it. But if you don't care, you're not planning to go see it, then it's all good. By all means, keep watching. But yeah, man. So this is just to my knowledge, maybe there's actually a whole different meaning to it, but this is just from what I know or my knowledge or what I connected. Because usually when I watch movies, I really like look for the actual message and everything, or like what it means and stuff. But not know, like, I mean, I look for it, but that's if I know like the movie is probably like it's on something deeper or something deep. It's not like, oh, if I'm watching like, I don't know, Iron Man or something, or Spider Man or something like that, or Batman. Well, Batman, like, it'd be serious more than anything. But regardless, man, I'm about to dive into it, and I hope y'all really enjoy this, man. I literally, dude, I didn't even go to work, bro, because I was working on this video. Like, it took that much research and that much thinking, because I really wanted to like do this, bro. Like, I have said that I was gonna do like the same thing with other movies, but man, it takes a lot of work, bro. But yeah. Oh, and I didn't go to work either because, man, like, it was just, I was tired, bro. I didn't get enough sleep. But regardless, man, sorry for that yapping. I'm gonna get right into it, bro. All right, let's get it. Okay, so first things first. This is the cast. I'm not gonna be diving into all of the characters just because, like, obviously every character stands out, but I'm gonna be diving into the ones that really, like, really made an impact, if that makes sense, or what really stood out, pretty much. But don't get me wrong, every single character did their part. They all did their thing. But yeah, let's get right into it. So yeah, like I showed the cast already. Okay, so I took notes. And I structured it. So we're gonna go by numeration and everything. So yeah, my bad, y'all. My dog is, hey, go inside, go. All right, my bad, y'all. She was bothering me. All right, let's get it, bro, for real. Okay, so first things first. All right, so as you can see, I'm gonna just go by pictures. Okay, so first things first. Blink Twice movie hidden meaning final. I did have a rough draft, but this is when I put it all together. Anyway, so number one, Frida, seen the guy Slater King on the phone saying one thing in an interview, but people never know the truth or the full real truth. So this is the guy right here, Slater King. He's pretty much the one that really, he's like the evil, main person or main guy, whatever, or the villain in the story. And this is the main character that we mostly see and everything, like from her eyes, her perspective, which is Frida. But yeah, so in the beginning of the movie, so she's in the bathroom where she's just sitting down. And she's just on the phone, scrolling. It's pretty crazy. She's just scrolling like, probably you do and I do, just mindlessly scrolling. But then she comes across this video, or she like does research on this guy, Slater King. And he's basically saying how he's, going to therapy, like he's trying to, like, do better and everything. And, he's just presenting himself in a way where, like, you wouldn't think he's, like, on some crazy or, just, it's like, you ever been to, like, a job interview and you're just saying things that they want to hear, or what you think sounds good, or, you're just pretty much saying, like, presenting yourself as very, like, professional and everything, right? Well, that's pretty much what's happening here. He's saying, he's trying to do better, this and that. But in reality, bro, there's a darker side of him, there's a side of him that nobody knows. And, just, yeah, you get what I'm saying? Like, nobody knows who he really is. He's just pretty much saying what, people might want to hear and everything. And she's just looking at this guy on the phone like, okay, like, that's interesting. But yeah, that's just, the beginning. Not much going on, but, we're about to get into it. So anyways, man, number 2, going to the island, cough, cough. So again, it's not deep, but it's deep. So they pretty much go to an island, which is, by Slater King and everything. And if you've seen the movie, or you haven't seen the movie, I'm just explaining to y'all real quick. The guy has a private island where, he takes women over there and, yeah. But what I'm saying from this, cough, cough, is that if you don't know, or if you've been living under a rock, bruh, if you don't know what happened in 2023, pretty much there was a certain someone, I can't really say his name because, YouTube, but there was a certain someone that was exposed for having an island where he would take, and, a lot of insane things went on there. And yeah, so, I wish I could tell y'all or show y'all a picture, but, YouTube. But yeah, if you don't know, in 2023, a lot of celebrities, a lot of, politicians and everything, they were exposed for also going on the island last year. And, if you don't know who I'm talking about, just, do your research, okay? Like, I can't say too much. I wish I could literally tell y'all explicitly, but I can't say too much, man. But yeah, anyways, yeah, I just made that connection because, it reminded me of that, I'm paying attention, I'm like, yo, like, I see what they're trying to do or what, But anyways, man, number 3, getting their phones taken away by Stacy, no contact, no evidence. So, I believe this is the character, bro. Like, some of these characters, like, they look completely different in the movie, so I'm trying to go, like, but I'm pretty sure it's this one. So anyways, yeah, this is the actress right here, and she plays Stacy. So she's pretty much like, I want to say, like, Slater King's assistant. And so when they arrive to the island and everything, she basically asks everybody to put their phones, like, in this basket, because they're not allowed to, like, have phones for whatever reason. But, if you've seen the movie, it's so, like, they don't capture, like, nothing. They don't call no cops, no nothing, so everybody is forced to, or not forced to, but pretty much everybody agrees to it. They put their phones in the basket and it's locked away somewhere where they don't even know. So yeah, there's that. Now we're gonna really dive into it now, bruh. Number 4, drugged, forgot everything. Snake venom was drank, given by maid, symbolizes eating the fruit of knowledge. Adam and Eve regaining senses. Friend, Jess is killed. Cain and Abel, question mark. I put Cain and Abel, question mark, because it doesn't really make sense, as in, like, if you don't know the story about Cain and Abel, they it's pretty much, the offspring of Adam and Eve, or, their children. And Cain kills Abel because, God paid attention to Abel first. And yeah, it was because, he felt some type of way about God looking at Abel first over Cain. But anyways, man, let's get into it. So pretty much this is a maid, right? So as Frida's exploring the island, or, the pretty much, the rooms and everything, what's it called? I believe this is in the part of the movie where she realizes, like, where's Jess? But pretty much, she like goes into this room, and then she sees a bunch of like red bags for some reason, a bunch of red bags, and inside the red bag she sees like this perfume or something, like this bottle, and it's like even she in the beginning of the movie or in the very first first minutes of the movie, she's like spraying it on and stuff because they're all giving a room, and like inside those rooms it's they have a perfume or what is so called a perfume, but it's really not a perfume. It's something that makes you forget pretty much. But yeah, so then this maid right here, she comes up to Frida, and Frida doesn't understand her, and literally you yourself wouldn't understand because she's just like talking like gibberish in a way. But she brings Frida this bottle, and Frida's like, "Oh, thank you," because she thinks it might be alcohol. She drinks it, and then she's like, "Oh my gosh, like that's really strong." Like she damn near spits it out. Like she's feeling like disgusted, And then Frida's like, "What is it?" And bro, it's literally snake venom, bro. It's literally snake venom. Because then, it cuts to like the snake. Like in the next frame, it cuts to like looking at the snake and stuff. So and the snake is like dead. So yeah, it's pretty much snake venom. But then like she starts like realizing because of that, like the snake venom, like I guess it takes away the being drugged and everything, like she's coming to her senses. And this is how it reminded me of like Adam and Eve, So here goes Adam and Eve, and you see the snake right there, right, like behind Eve. And I'm gonna show y'all pictures from an actual Bible that I have. So this is coming straight from the Bible, bro. Here Christ is with us here. Nah, but for real though, nah. But anyways, it says right here. The Lord God then took the man and settled him in the Garden of Eden to cultivate and care for it. The Lord God gave the man this order: "You are free to eat from any of the trees of the garden, except the tree of knowledge of good and evil. From that tree you shall not eat. When you eat from it, you shall die." But it's interesting though, because it's the snake venom that, brings them to the senses, So it's not actually a fruit that they're eating. It's the actual venom. Even though the snake is the bad one. You get what I'm saying? So that I thought that was like, wow, I was pretty smart. When I was looking at this, I was like, damn, like that's crazy, And then here goes more of the verse. The woman answered the snake, "We may eat of the fruit of the trees in the garden. It is only about the fruit of the tree in the middle of the garden that God said, you shall not eat it or even touch it, or else you will die." But the snake said to the woman, "You certainly will not die. God knows well that when you eat of it, your eyes will be open and you will be like gods, who know good and evil." The woman saw that the tree was good for food and pleasing to the eyes, and the tree was desirable for gaining wisdom. So she took some of its fruit and ate it. And she also gave some to her husband, who was with her, and he ate it. Then the eyes of both of them were open, and they knew that they were naked. So they sewed fig leaves together and made loincloths for themselves. So yeah, so she pretty much gained knowledge. Frida pretty much gained knowledge from drinking the venom. Again, it's not no fruit, but I like how, it's like, coming from the snake, even though, the snake is bad. But, in this story or in this movie, it's the snake that actually makes them realize, so take it as you will. And again, here goes Jess. She's the one that was killed first. Actually, she was the first casualty in the film. Because then after Frida drank the venom, she has like a flashback of what really happened, because again, they're drugged, like they don't know, they pretty much forget, when they're drugged, they forget everything, they forget anything that happened, and then throughout the movie you start seeing how some people have like bruises or they're bleeding and this and that, so they don't remember, they're just like living like, they keep partying and everything, but slowly they start to realize that, hey man, like, something's dark going on, or something is going on, so anyway, so now next to the Cain and Abel. The only reason I'm saying Cain and Abel is because I thought how it doesn't make sense, but how Jess was like the first cash or the first one that was, KIA, and or killed in action, or just pretty much like was the first one to die. And then it says right here, Cain said to his brother Abel, "Let us go out in the field." When they were in the field, Cain attacked his brother Abel. And oh my gosh, my bad. Did I say that Abel killed Cain? My bad, y'all. Anyways, Cain said to his brother Abel, "Let us go out in the field." When they were in the field, Cain attacked his brother Abel and killed him. Then the Lord asked Cain, "Where is your brother Abel?" He answered, "I do not know. Am I my brother's keeper?" God then said, "What have you done? Your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground. Now you are banned from the ground that opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood from your hand." So again, it doesn't make sense, but the only reason I even put this is because, again, I got like the Adam and Eve reference from the snake, so I was like trying to make connections while watching the film. Like, oh, like when she died, because in the movie Slater King did say, "Oh, this one knows like what's actually happening." It was Jess that was like the first one that really like said, "Hey, something's going on," and she did say in the movie, like, she did tell Frida like, "Hey, like something really bad is going on here. Like you need to like wake up." But Frida was like, "What do you mean?" Like she's just trying to play it off like nothing's wrong, And even though Jess is like, "I want to go home," like, what day is it? I think she said that. But yeah. So again, it doesn't make sense in a way, but again, Jess was the first one to die, and Jess was the first one to be knowledgeable, like, hey, something, is going on. But yeah. Anyways, going down to number 5, bro. Frida, seen the abusive Slater King with Christ's necklace symbolizing what he went through, but how the abuser is doing horrible things. So, what I mean by this, and there's no pictures, but I'm gonna, just give an explanation. So pretty much in a scene, Frida is like pinned down, and then she sees Slater King, doing something. And it cuts the film, or, the camera cuts into Slater King wearing a cross, which is crazy, like a cross, and it's just bouncing back and forth. And what I got from this is that, like, to Christ, they did horrible things from him, even though he meant no harm, no nothing, so in a way, I think this symbolized, like Frida, like, even though she's not doing, she never meant no harm or like anything, Slater is the one, for some reason, wearing a cross, but yeah, he's the one doing evil things, which is like crazy. It's like how do you call it, like, even how they say, like, oh, don't trust everything that looks good and everything. So even though, to the public, Slater King might be wearing the cross and everything, he's actually the one that's doing the evil things. So this just symbolized, like, hey, like, like, don't trust everything you see. Even people that, realize, or even demons that realize, like, Christ is real, or like, or even present themselves as like good people, they're really not, so yeah, this is like a hard explanation, like, this is like, because, like, how do I explain it? Like, it's like Frida's going through hell pretty much. I'm trying to put it in simple terms. That's why I'm like, because right now I'm just going off the top, bro. Like, even though I have like these notes written down and everything, like, there's just so much to open. But this is just like, again, like my thinking, so pretty much, like, again, Frida's the innocent one. She's not doing nothing bad. She's, going through all this, and then Slater King is the one that's like looks good from the outside, but in reality he's the bad one. And I believe there is a Bible verse. Unfortunately, I don't have the picture here, but I believe that it talks about how, like, there's wolves in sheepskin. Yeah, there you go. There's wolves in sheepskin, I believe, bro. I believe that's how the Bible verse goes. But pretty much, like, even though they look innocent from the outside, they're actually terrible people, So yeah, so I believe that is a Bible verse, bro. If it's not, oh man, I don't know where I heard that from, but that's something that I always think about. There's, just watch out for sheep in wolf skin, or wolves in sheep's skin, something like that, man. But yeah, again, pretty much they look good from the outside, but in reality, they're horrible people. Anyways, man, going to number 6. Abuser Slater King tells dude Lucas that there's a special place in hell for people who don't do anything. Now, bruh. Okay, so here's the character Lucas. I think that's how, again, bro, the actors and actresses just look completely, some of them just look completely different in the movie, dude. Like, it's just kind of hard. But yeah, so here goes Lucas. I'm pretty sure it was him. So here goes Lucas, and so anyways, there's just this scene where Slater King is just sitting down, and he's telling Lucas, because Lucas pretty much didn't do anything, bro, to help them. Like, he might have realized, like, hey, something is, like, going on, but Lucas was just trying to play it off, like, hey, man, like, we're chilling, like, whatever. And then so Slater King, once he tells Lucas this, is like, oh, man, like, Lucas really starts to, like, think, like, oh, my goodness, I should have done something. And there goes this Bible verse right here that says, those who shut their ears to the cry of the poor will themselves call out and not be answered. And if you can see here, number 14, it has, doesn't make sense, but it's still, a secret gift allays anger and a present concealed violent wrath. This doesn't connect to the 13th verse, but the 15th, it does connect. It says, when justice is done, it is a joy for the just, downfall for evildoers. So again, like, Lucas didn't do nothing. He ignored the ones who were crying for help, or he ignored, like, the ones who were really concerned and everything. And like, if Lucas did do something, everybody, would be cheering on, or like, be happy that, like, somebody realized, like, something is going on, like, because pretty much Lucas, like, he was just there. Like, he was just a bystander. He pretty much didn't do nothing. Like, he was just there for the fun. He didn't do nothing, bro. He was just a bystander. And once he realized this, he tried to, like, leave out the door. Like, he tried to go help out, because I believe he heard, like, gunshots. He heard gunshots outside, and as soon as he was about to step outside and everything, bro, he gets shot in the head, I think, or in the chest, and he dies. So yeah, so Lucas just died. But the person who shot the gun, like, she realized, like, hey, like, oh man, I messed up, like. But again, Lucas didn't do anything, so it's like, I'm not saying he had it coming, but I'm also saying, like, dude, like, he didn't do anything, and I guess it was an accident, pretty much. But yeah, so there's that. Now, number 7, bruh. Abuser Slater King says how there's no forgiving, only forgetting. Abuser Slater King about to cut girl's throat, Sarah, but then he realizes what he's doing wrong. His demons are fleeing away for a moment. Okay, so there's a lot of, like, there's a lot to, like, dissect here. So pretty much he has Frida, or Frida's pretty much laying down, helplessly, like, just, he's at the feet of Slater King. And then he brings in Sarah, and she's all tied up and everything. And then he's about to, like, cut her throat. And then Frida's just screaming out, like, no, like, please don't, like, stop. And then he stops for a moment. And he's just like, what am I doing? Oh man, like, what's going on? Like, he comes to realization, he's not in that dark place for a moment, bro, for a moment. But first, before we get into all that, again, we're going to go back to where he says that there's no forgiving, only forgetting. Because before he brings Sarah in, he pretty much tells Frida, like, hey, like, you can't, he literally says, he's like, imagine what we could do with humans if they could forget the pain and the trauma and everything, and, not have to, like, live with it, because forgiveness, he's like, forgiveness doesn't exist. Like, he's like, and then out of nowhere, he starts screaming towards Frida, like, hey, like, I'm sorry. He keeps, like, literally screaming, I'm sorry, like, repeatedly, bro. It literally was so, like, disturbing just seeing it in the movie. I was like, what the heck, dude? But yeah, so we're going to go through the forgiveness first, and then, the rest. So, So this is just from Google before I get into the verses, but pretty much Google's like, somebody asked, does forgiveness set you free? And this is what it says: forgiveness is layered with accepting mistakes that have been made, but the act is about freeing ourselves from any resentment. In life, you encounter many different people who all represent something different to you. In order to free yourself, forgiving will allow you to put the past behind. So, no matter what someone does to you, no matter, oh man, but even like, it's like, no matter what someone does to you, dude, like, it could be the worst possible things, bro. Either, because if it's like, with revenge, it's like you're only doing it for yourself, you know? Like, once you're in that mindset that revenge is like the only answer, you pretty much want to take out somebody's life, you know, or that person that's responsible for that. But then after you take out like that person's life that's responsible, you pretty much break down and you realize like, oh, what have I done? You know, like, you're no better than him. You know, even though that person might have put you through the worst possible things, might have just completely destroyed you, you know, like, you start to realize like, hey, you're like, oh man, you know. So that's why forgiveness is such a huge thing, dude. Because forgiveness, coming from me, bro, not even about to talk about the verses right now, but coming from me, bro, I can tell you firsthand, dude, forgiveness sets you free, bro. So if you have some ill will towards anybody, no matter how bad they did you, dude, like, literally, like, just forgive them or find the power to forgive them, and I promise you, you will be set free, bro. Like, trust me, dude. Even though no matter how bad they did you, dude, trust me, when your heart is filled with revenge, you're just, you know, malicious intent and everything, dude, no. Just stop yourself, take a deep breath, and just be like, I forgive them. But when you forgive them, bro, just cut them out completely from your life. You don't need that. You never needed them, you know, or you never needed that hurt and everything. Just completely cut them out. Move on with your life, you know, like, don't try to get revenge. Don't try to, like, you know, get back at somebody. No, bro, you're better than that. I'm gonna tell you this right now. You listening to this right now, you're better than that, bro. Forgive, just let go, man, and it will set you free. Trust me. Take a walk on the beach. Take a walk by the trees. Oh, I should be a rapper. Nah, I'm playing. Take a walk by the trees. Just take a hike. You just take your dog out. Whatever you can. Take a drive late at night. Play music, bro. Write on your journal. Forgive, but never forget. But move on. You know. Now we're gonna get into the verses. If we acknowledge our sins, he is faithful and just and will forgive our sins and cleanse us from every wrongdoing. So like I said, bro, like, you know, we just have to forgive, because this is the truth. If you forgive, you're going to cleanse yourself. You know, you're not surrounded. You're not in that pool of like malicious intent or revenge. You know, you're cleansing yourself. You're cleansing your body. You're cleansing your flesh. You're cleansing your inside, bro. You don't have no ill will no more. You don't have none of that revenge in you. You know, you're slowly letting go. You're slowly starting to heal, you know. And then here goes this next verse. But as for cowards, the unfaithful, the depraved, murderers, the unchaste, I don't know how to say that word, sorcerers, idol worshippers, and deceivers of every sort, their lot is in the burning pool of fire and sulfur, which is the second death. So listen, even though Frida forgave, or because I'm gonna get just give me a moment. I'm gonna get into it, because that's gonna be the last point. But pretty much, it has something to do with Frida and Slater King, you know. But he pretty much Frida pretty much. I'm gonna just tell y'all here. Oh man, Frida pretty much when Slater King is like, you know, realizing what's going on, he pretty much like falls down and like the whole building's about to get set on fire. So then Frida and Sarah get outside, but then you see Frida, it cuts to a scene where Frida's like dragging someone out. I thought it was Sarah, but actually it's Slater King, because then Sarah's like, are you sure about this? And then Frida's like, yeah. And then Frida, like, as the camera moves back, you see Frida that pulled out Slater King, bro. But anyways, we're about to get into that into a moment. Just wait a moment. Anyways, next one. Number 8. Evidence is burnt away. Other abuser, Bick, is chilling, drinking while everything burns around him. So once, like I said, Slater King like falls down and everything starts setting everything on fire. This guy right here, I think it's him because I mean it looks like him. Again, the actors and actresses look different, but this guy, yeah, for sure. She's just wearing a hat though. And so he's pretty much like just sitting on the couch, accepting like, oh man, like, they did something horrible. Now like hell is the next part, the next step, or the next part. And it's funny because it reminded me of this one meme right here. I don't know if y'all seen this meme before, but it's pretty much a dog with everything on fire around him. And bro, it's funny because it's also a Fortnite emote. But man, I don't have it, or I wish I had it. But anyway, it's pretty much this dog sitting around. He's like, this is fine. Even though everything's like burning, everything's like completely horrible and everything. That's pretty much what I got from Vic, just like laying down and stuff. I think he took a sip too of like alcohol or something. But yeah, I don't know. It just reminded me of that. Nothing too deep. Just pretty much accepting that, hey, he did something horrible. Now hell is the next part, like he's gonna die burning. And like that verse that I just said, how like the burning pool of fire is so their law is in the burning pool of fire and sulfur, which is the second death. Yep, that's pretty much, what they believe is their next step and everything, But yeah, because again, he did horrible things. But anyways, man, last one, bruh. This one tripped me out, bro. Even I was like, bro, what? Number 9. Main character Frida surprisingly saves abuser Slater King, even after everything, shown forgiveness for even the absolute worst of sins, possibly showing there's an attachment to the abuser. No pictures here, just my own and my own explanation of this, or my own thoughts, bro. So in a way, Frida forgave him because he saved his life, even though he did like the worst to him, or he did the worst to her. But I pretty much thought like, okay, the reason why she might have saved him is because he started to realize what really went on in the last second. Like, so when he started realizing when he was about to kill Sarah, like he was pretty much starting to think like, oh man, like this is all wrong. And then it cuts back to so once they get off the island and everything, it cuts to a scene like in the very beginning where they're pretty much having like a get together. Not a get together because there's a bunch of like rich, powerful people around and everything, and they're sitting at a table. And it's crazy because Frida, my bad. Everybody's pretty much paying attention to Frida and everybody's just clapping for her, and I'm pretty sure nobody knows like what Slater King actually did because all the evidence was burnt down, bro. All the pictures and everything. But then Frida is just smiling and everything, and then I believe the movie just cuts. I believe so. I believe that's just like the final scene. But pretty much it's just like this also has to do with sometimes, because again, like the movie is also based off like SX. I'm not gonna say that letter between those two letters, but I don't think, because I don't think you can say it, but pretty much like there's a bunch of abuse, that type of abuse, and there's this whole thing where it's like, oh, the person that was abused might grow attached to their abuser, for whatever reason. Well, not for whatever reason, but they start to think, because then like after a long term of abuse, they pretty much feel like they can't find no better, or they're no better themselves, like this is what they deserve because they're horrible, because an abuser is gonna tell like that person that they're abusing, like, hey, like you're horrible, you're not worthy, you're piece of garbage and everything. So that's also what I thought that would like what was going on. But I feel like Frida forgave him. But for if Slater King does die, he's still gonna, like, he did what he did. Frida's forgiving him and everything, but again, he still did horrible things. So no matter how good he tries to change, bro, that's still, he did what was horrible. And the next step, which is when he dies, is all the horrible things that are about to happen to him after, he did horrible things. If that makes sense, like the pool of fire, pretty much, bro. Like Vic was saying, like, oh man, he just like whatever, bro. Like he already knows what's next. It's pretty much what's happening here. But again, like I think it really just symbolized like, oh, like she grew an attachment to the abuser, you know. But yeah, I don't know. That was a crazy ending, though. That was a crazy ending. I did not expect that, dude. I honestly thought like he might have been in jail or something, just rotting away. No, he's still there. That's crazy. I don't know. So, maybe Zoe Kravitz, pretty much left that ending like that to for us to interpret what would happen next. Is that how you say it? Oh my goodness, bro. Sometimes I can't English. Or our interpretation of like, what might happen next. She just, because a lot of movies end like that. It's pretty crazy, but a lot of movies do end like that. Like we pretty much have to think about like, what would happen next or whatever. And I like movies like that sometimes because it kind of makes us think like, all right, like we pretty much can have our own version of our ending, I guess you could say. But yeah, pretty much what I think would happen next after this little gathering is that pretty much she would expose. Well, that's the thing though. How is she gonna expose Slater King if she has no evidence? You get that? Damn, I just realized that. Even though I'm already talking about it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so that's pretty much. So she has no. Damn, yeah. So she has no evidence against him, even though she knows what he did and he knows what he did to her. And maybe the only reason why he's still there is, again, because the attachment or, again, like no evidence. Dude, it's just a lot of factors. But pretty much no matter what happens, once Slater King dies, the horrible things are like, coming for him. Even though Freedom might have forgave him and everything, he's still the abuser. Slater King is still, right on the door of like, hell or and all that, So, yeah. That's pretty much it, bro. It was a crazy movie. Again, even though you listen to this, I'm not like you just got to see the film, bro. Even though I like, these were my points and everything. And if you stayed this long to hear them out, thank you, bro. I suck at explaining. One thing I suck at, bro, is explaining, but like literally it's because I suck at explaining because I don't want to go too complex but also like not too simple, because obviously there's so much to the cut, but I try my best, and this took a lot of work and a lot of research, but pretty much like, yeah, man, this is what I came up with. Crazy movie. Even though if you listen to this, I might have spoiled the whole thing, like pretty much the whole thing. But again, it's like I'm only saying so much, bro. Y'all literally have to go see the movie to see what I'm talking about. Like really, when y'all look at movies, bro, really pay attention to like the images or what they're trying to show or what they're trying to tell. That's the amazing part about filmmaking. That's the amazing part of like, just sorry if y'all heard noises in the background. It was me walking around for a second, but pretty much, bro, filmmaking is lit. So yeah. The thing about filmmaking is, again, like the director, like they show their vision, and Zoe Kravitz, bro, she did her thing, bro. This was insane. I love the movie, bro. I would go back and watch it again. It's just hard though, bro, because like, y'all, man, if you've seen the movie, bro, it's just like some scenes are just so strong, bro. But yeah, man, like I said, if you haven't seen the movie, go see it. But yeah, man, this is pretty much it, bro. I hope y'all enjoyed. I know it's been a long video, bro, but again, I just try to explain it or what I connected, or what I understood by it or from it. But yeah, oh man, crazy movie. Go see it, man. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed, man. It's been your boy. As always, thank y'all so much for the support. I love y'all from the bottom of my heart, man. Hope you have a good rest of your day or night, whatever you got going on. Stay safe. Thank you for literally listening to all this if you did. Or even if you got out for a few seconds or minutes or everything. Still thank you. But yeah, it's been your boy. And I'll catch you on the next one, man. Peace out.